Greetings fellow captains and welcome back. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the brand new legendary tier battleship, the Italian Cristoforo Colombo. Weighing in at 66,000 tons, this Titan sports 16 381mm guns. That is 15 inches in freedom units for all you Americans out there. The guns reload in 32 seconds with a choice of HE or AP rounds. There is no SAP main battery this time round, folks. It also sports a plethora of medium range SAP secondaries. It has a spicy 29.6 knots top speed, 32mm bow armour with a 50mm icebreaker, a 50mm deck, and the Citadel itself is below the waterline. Enjoy! Right, okay then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the meat and bones of this brand new ship. So, first of all, I'm going to cover my equipment. So, what I've gone for secondary mod number 2 in the first slot to increase my secondary range out to 7.8 kilometers. I've gone with propulsion mod 2, concealment systems mod 1, and main battery mod 3. Commander wise, I've gone with, for this build, a full sniper build. In all fairness, if you're not capitalising on the main guns and focusing on the secondaries, you're either doing it for the memes or you're gonna be a meme. Right, so I've gone with AL Latorio with Cunningham and Scharnhorst as my inspirations. I have selected flammable cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksman, master mechanic, and fight fire with fire. If you do want to become a meme, I mean try and make memes with the secondary build, I have a suggestion. Paolo de Revel with Von Hipper and Haruna as inspirations. You can run brawler, porcupine, firefighter, properly meticulous, and I'd suggest either will to rebuild or fight fire with fire. One thing to note, you do have the option of running playing, I think, if I remember off the top of my head, it's DFAA, or hang on, let me just double check that before I sound like an absolute clown. Oh, right, sorry, you have a choice between catapult fighter, which I run with. I always run the catapult fighter purely for the reason that if I think a DD's round, I can put the plane up, and that might help spot some torps a little bit earlier. You can, however, swap to the spotter plane, which will increase your main battery shell grouping for about 30 seconds, so you just about eke 2 salvos out. Or you can, if you're going to become a meme, run the enhanced secondary targeting consumable. So, with my commander and my setup as it is, you end up with a survivability of 98 with 83,000 hit points, 31% torpedo reduction. Main batteries will fire out to 19.2 kilometers, reload in 29.2 seconds, have a 180 degree turn time of 31.5 seconds, maximum HE shell damage 5,400 and a 24% fire chance, maximum AP shell damage of 12,100. Secondary batteries will fire to 7.8 kilometers and will reload every 6 seconds with a maximum of 2,000 damage from the SAP rounds. That's from the 24 90mm secondaries. From the 18 152mm secondaries, they also have 7.8 kilometer range, a 8.5 second reload time, and a maximum of 3,800. AA defense is pretty strong at 83, but let's be honest, you don't really see carriers in legendary tier. If it becomes a thing, you can spec into it. It's got a very good base AA defense range. Mobility, with my build, my maximum speed has obviously dropped because of flammable cannoneer. We are running 27.4 knots maximum speed, a 960 meter turning circle, an 18.9 second rudder shift time, and our concealment, obviously at the time of this build, slightly different in this match. but I have changed my build since. We've got our detectability by sea down to 13.6. Standard, obviously 19.2 when firing the main guns. Detectability when firing in smoke, because obviously you do have that role in smoke, so it is something that you should be aware of, is 10.9, which actually for a battleship I think that's pretty good. So as you can see, this game, it's developing a little slowly. I seem to be suffering from the inevitable curse of, ooh look, new ship, must shoot syndrome. So I have had to pull back a little bit because I've lost almost half my hit points within the first 5 minutes, and I do want to stay in the fight a little bit longer, considering I've only done 30,000 damage. You know, at present, if I was to die, well, even at this point, I'm a net negative to my team. I've received more damage than I have issued. Obviously, doing what everyone should do, which is if you see a destroyer, you should shoot at it, regardless of how long your reload is. And if you've got the wrong ammo, I had AP loaded, but still, it's absolutely fine, completely acceptable, and exactly what you should do in that situation. So, I am holding back a little bit here at the moment, purely because the game's developing quite slowly. As you can see, A flank, we do have a battleship pushing around A. The two other battleships are, oh sorry, I believe it's a battleship and a cruiser, I do apologise, are tucked in, hiding behind the island. Our Hayate has taken a hiatus and has pointed out the wrong way. So we're down to DD, although they have lost one now, so the scores are equal on the DD front. They have lost a cruiser and a battleship as well, so we are slightly ahead, but the air flank is being pushed quite heavily by the enemy. There's at least 3 of their remaining battleships and a cruiser, and as we can see there, their Z-46 has also appeared. So there is a multitude of ships, and again, there's a DD spotted. He's at 16 kilometers away. Is a bit of a shot to nothing. I could have saved those shells for the Bourguignon, but if we'd hit him, that would have been, you know, a tremendous help in general for our team. So once again, we take the shot. Unfortunately, unlike with the Shimakaze, we did actually completely miss. So at this point in the game, I'm starting to think, alright, okay, like nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I think that Bourguignon is going to push in. I put my plane up, and yes, we see he is pushing in. He is angled very heavily towards us, but Italian battleship, very good pen angles. We expect something, but we just knock out a gun. So that is a little bit unfortunate. Our Schlieffen has fired a bunch of torpedoes off at him. Hopefully, those will do some damage, but we've just got to wait and see. So I'm looking for the shot. I'm looking to use the full broadside, because the 16 gun 15-inch broadside of the Columbo is honestly really good. As you probably noticed in the intro video, like, I don't think I've fired at anything and not scored 10,000 damage, apart from that one time against the Bourguignon. And the Conqueror appears, he is flat broadside to us. He is 14.5 kilometers away. The shells are out, and well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was about a 30k salvo. There's people out there, oh, if you were in a different ship, you would have that should have been a Dev Strike. Yeah, maybe, but the consistency of this ship is actually one of the things I really like about it. It's probably its biggest selling point. I believe that Conqueror is trying to keep himself hidden down that island. We do skim a few shots into the top of the hill, but as you can see, look at that shell grouping. Like, what was that? Another 20k? Like, he's definitely going to be using up his heals. And this is where I succumb to a moment of not being alert. That Z-46 did actually catch us with 2 torpedoes, but we've got our healer. The Conqueror has got a repair party up, sorry. The Conqueror has healed, and as you can see, he's I believe he's actually on fire now as well. The Bourguignon, obviously, doing all that action there was taken out. Conqueror gets reduced to very little health. We fire a salvo off. I'm fairly certain that we are going to hit him and finish him off, and that takes us up to 96,000 damage for the game. So now things are looking very different, very different than a few minutes ago. Granted, we are up on ships. They only have 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer left, but they are still holding 2 caps, and there is a big main battleship sitting in this island behind me. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. I think it was a Yamato. Its nose is pointing in, so yeah, let's be real. It probably is a Yamato. The Des Moines finally gets spotted. He's been unspotted for quite a while. Again, we're looking to see if we can get a shot at that Z46. And then we got the shells away. But, yeah, they were essentially wasted because our destroyer did actually finish him off. No, sorry, the Minotaur did finish him off. Was it the Minotaur? No, it's not. It's the destroyer. What are you talking about, Hive? Pay attention to what's going on the screen. Right, okay, so here we go. We're up by ship, but we're taking B. We are radared by the Des Moines. And the points have just flipped in our favour. So this is now our game to lose. And I'm going to apologise to my team, because this is a new ship, and as much as you all want to shoot at it to find out what it can take, or to just say, I killed this new ship on Facebook, I also want to see exactly what this ship is capable of. I want to see if I can get into an entanglement with this Yamato specifically, and just see how well this armor holds up. Des Moines, I've been spotted. I don't know what you're thinking. Good night, farewell, have a good day. He was probably doing the right thing, which was trying to push RDD. I'm not entirely sure what our other battleship is doing all the way back there by sea, but I think he's just put on his big boy pants and started to move forward. This is actually the first time this match I have deployed the rolling smoke. One, I want to get the cap to help secure the lead, because I'm going to do something stupid, and just in case I die, I'm hoping that it can help aid my team to victory if I am lost. And there we go, the Yamato, he is looking at us, he's showing us juicy broadside, and oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, that was a 50k salvo into the side of Yamato. Our team finished him off. In return, we take, what was that, maybe 20k. So armor held up, ship held up, guns good, even though they are only 15 inches. And there we go, there's another 2,700 base XP game, and we make a profit in legendary tier. So I hope this has given you a bit of an insight into the new ship. Do hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, take care.